Greetings, cadets! Insomniac Games has asked me, Captain Quark, to talk about their next big game for the PlayStation 3. He only has some footage to show you.
Captain Quark, right here.
I'm Brian Allgaier. I'm the creative director of Ratchet Clank Future, Tools of Destruction, and I work at Insomniac Games. And we're very excited about this game because we believe it's going to be the ultimate action-adventure for the PlayStation 3. We're thinking about this as a whole new beginning for the series, and there's a story that we're developing that's going to span multiple games. So this is, really we're delving into a little bit of Ratchet's past, and some questions about Ratchet and Clank's future come up. Well, we have a number of the archetypal weapons that Ratchet's used in past games. But in addition to that, we've got weapons that take advantage of the PS3 hardware, like the 6-axis control over the Visicopter. This is a combat device that is a special type of weapon that's very powerful that the players can use when they're in a tricky situation. We have another weapon called the Tornado Launcher. The player can launch out tornadoes and then use the 6-axis to control them. So you first launch out your tornado, and the 6-axis will actually suck enemies up, whip them around, and throw them into places. It also has some lightning bolts that shoot out when it gets upgraded. The Groovitron is another combat device that forces enemies to dance. And so it's kind of fun to watch the enemies dance. All the enemies in the game will dance to the Groovitron. And it's a strategic weapon too, because while they're dancing, you get to shoot them. So like past games, we're going to have a ton of variety in this game. There's many different gadgets, of course, weapons, and a lot of different game modes. But we're going to be able to travel to a lot of different worlds. We have multiple factions that run the Polaris Galaxy where Ratchet and Clank go to. So you're going to see a lot of new planets that you haven't seen in past games. Ratchet will pilot his ship from one planet to the other, and we have these space combat levels which are more choreographed and directed. There's a lot of stuff that's on screen. I think people will really be impressed by the amount of density and the spectacle that occurs. Now this is what we're calling an action sequence, and Ratchet travels along the grind rail and seamlessly goes into an arena boss battle. The player can choose between the upper and lower level of the boss battle, and at the upper level they have less room to run around with, but the boss has fewer attacks. On the lower level they have more room to run around with, but the boss has more attacks. So we're leaving it up to the player to pick their own strategy on how they want to defeat the boss. We feel that Ratchet & Clank Future is going to be like experiencing a computer-generated animated movie. And so we really want to have the quality of the textures, the lighting, the atmospheric effects evoke that feeling. The fact that it's going to be an adventure that has a little bit of a dramatic side in Ratchet exploring his roots, we really wanted to create worlds that evoke that sense of that visceral, that vivid and sophisticated feel. And that's what really our technology has given us. We've been able to fine-tune and overhaul our proprietary PS3 engine that we use to make Resistance Fall of Man and create much more detailed shaders, which allow us to give our surfaces much richer quality. Can't tell you too much about Clank. He will be playable, and he will have all new gameplay, and there's going to be some new abilities that he's going to discover during this adventure. Ratchet & Clank Future Tools of Destruction will be coming out for the PlayStation 3 in fall 2007.